The revamped American Express Platinum card is officially here. Now, Amex promised us the largest investment ever in a card refresh. And since then, the internet has been on fire with rumors and leaks. Everyone wants to know what the promised new level is. Well, it's here. Does it live up to the hype? Let's break it down. Before we dive in, if you find this video helpful, please take a second to hit that like button. It helps this information get out to more people just like you. Everyone knew that the annual fee was going to go up, but how high? Was it going to pass the Sapphire Reserve? Were we really going to be asked to pay $1,000 just to hold a Platinum card? Well, at $895, it is $100 more than the Reserve. And when you throw in the authorized user fee of $195, you are indeed going to pay over $1,000 to get this card in yours and your partner's wallets. At that price point, American Express better have come through with some serious value. How they try to do that? Well, this is American Express, so credits it is. The big question though, has the king of coupon book cards listened to its customers, or are we stuck with more impossible to use monthly credits? And for the first time in a while, the answer is a pleasant surprise. The biggest change, and frankly the biggest win, is the hotel credit. Previously, this was a simple $200 annual credit for booking at fine hotels and resorts or the hotel collection. All the elevated perks that you got by booking this way, a late checkout, room upgrades, resort credits, they all stayed in place. But American Express has kicked up the credit in a huge way. You now get a $300 credit during each half of the year for a total of $600 altogether. And if you're okay doing some simple math, this credit alone could completely cover the annual fee increase. The annual fee went up $200, but this credit went up by $400. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg, because Amex went and polished up the Platinum card even more, and that's how they got this new mirror finish on it. There's a second big win, a $400 dining credit. This is broken down quarterly, so you get $100 each quarter. This credit isn't limited to just Shake Shack or Dunkin'. To use this credit, you go to a restaurant that is part of American Express's Resy network. And despite the name Resy, you don't need a reservation to trigger the credit. Just go have something to eat and pay with your card. This new Resy credit, combined with the new hotel credit, adds up to a much stronger value proposition than we had before. However, this part might be harder to use depending on where you live. There aren't always Resy restaurants around the corner. In line with its vision of the Platinum card as a lifestyle card, you are more likely to find Resy restaurants in trendier urban areas. Around Miami Beach, there are pages of Resy restaurants. In the suburbs around where I live, there are 2 or 3. But if you go further south down to Homestead, there aren't any at all. Then there's the credit that everyone was waiting for. $300 to Lululemon. Now I can finally get those new leggings. I'm sure there are people who really like this credit or will easily use it. But it is broken up into quarterly credits, so you get $75 each quarter. Kind of going along with the Lululemon credit as an active, healthy lifestyle credit is a new Oura Ring credit. This is a $200 credit that you can use all at once. For context though, the latest Oura Ring goes for about $399 and you need a $70 annual subscription. So you're getting the ring for half price. But the credit is only for the ring itself, not for the subscription. The rest of the credits, like the airline credit, the digital entertainment credit, the Clear Plus credit, the Walmart Plus credit, and the TSA PreCheck credit, they are all still there. The digital entertainment credit is even upgraded to $300 a year from $240. That Uber credit is still there too, in all of its monthly glory, but to go along with that is a new $120 Uber One credit. While all the credits are fantastic ways to derive value from the card, the Platinum card is also known for its incredible benefits. So how do these hold up in the refresh? The most famous benefit is airport lounge access. When you hold the Platinum card, you get access to lounges from Plaza Premium and Priority Pass. If you're flying on Delta or Lufthansa, you get access to their lounges. The Delta lounges are limited. You only get 10 passes each year. And of course, there's the crown jewel, the American Express Centurion lounges. If you are a frequent traveler, the value of all this lounge access can't be overstated, unless you're a family traveling together. This happens to be a major pain point for me and a lot of other people because guest policies have become very restrictive. For example, you can no longer bring guests into the famous Centurion Lounges for free. You have to pay a $50 fee for each guest, unless you spent a whopping $75,000 on the card last year. Now, do you think I'm going to tell my wife she has to stay outside with the kids while I go enjoy a lounge? This would be my last video. Even with Priority Pass, you only get one free guest most of the time. The other benefits also remained untouched. You still get gold status with Marriott and Hilton, and then Amex One added Sterling status from leading hotels of the world. You get status with Avis, Hertz, and National Car Rental Services. Earning rates stay the same, so you're probably better off not using this card except to deal with the credits or airline purchases. You'll be earning 5 points per dollar spent directly on airline websites or flights through the Amex portal. The changes really only affected the annual fee and the credits, but those are the two things that most directly affect your wallet. So, after all these changes, the big question remains: does the refreshed American Express Platinum card live up to the hype? And I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, it does. I don't think I'd get $3,500 of value from it like Amex says, but let's take a moment to add up the credits I'd expect to use. We'd use the $600 to fine hotels and resorts. We'd use the $400 Resy credit and the $300 digital entertainment credit, the Clear Plus and the Walmart Plus memberships, the airline incidentals credits, and yes, even the Lululemon credit. For Nicole, I could be looking at nearly $2,000 in credits, more than twice the new annual fee. And I've got to say, new credits don't feel as ticky-tacky. While they're not simple annual credits, they stay in decent sizes inside of more reasonable time frames. I think they'll be easier to use. Well, definitely easier than the monthly $7 at Dunkin'. So, right now you're in one of two situations. Either you have the card, or you don't have the card. So, what should you do in either case? Well, if you don't have this card, there are a few things to consider. First, which credits and benefits will you use? This should be a familiar exercise because you should do this for every card with an annual fee. And you have to make sure that the card works for you. Do those credits and benefits outweigh the annual fee for you? I might be able to get back $2,000, but that doesn't mean you would too. Then there's the welcome bonus. The publicly available offer is for 80,000 MR points after spending $8,000 in 6 months, which isn't bad, but you could do better. If you use an incognito window, you can find an offer of up to 175,000 MR points after spending the same $8,000 in 6 months. Of course, you want to get the highest welcome offer possible, but there's another part to consider with the welcome offer: family language. When you receive a welcome offer on the Platinum card, you become ineligible for a welcome offer on the Green card and the Gold card. If you've already received those welcome offers, great. If you haven't, then you need to decide if you're okay missing out on the other two. Personally, I wouldn't be. But what if you already have this card? There are two things to do immediately: shop at Lululemon and go out to dinner at a Resy restaurant. Those credits are quarterly, and the third quarter ends on September 30th. Don't give up that $175. Next, book a trip before the end of the year. Go away for a weekend or longer, go to you, but make sure you book it through the Fine Hotels and Resort program. And keep going through all the credits. Update your streaming services, use your airline incidental credit, sign up for Clear Plus, and some of you might have already done this because it was on the card already. Just go through the credits and reap everything you can out of the card before the end of the year. Hell, maybe you want an Oura Ring. If you're lucky, your annual fee won't come up until well after this change. That provides you with enough time to figure out whether or not to keep the card long term and get some extra value out of it. So, what's your take? Does the new Platinum card justify the higher annual fee? What are you buying with that Lululemon credit? Let me know in the comments below. I'm back every week with more insights into how to use credit cards to help take your family farther for less, so gently press that subscribe button. The American Express Platinum card is rarely held alone by educated credit card users. You want to use it with other MR earning cards. This video here shows how to use the Platinum card as part of the Amex trifecta. If you found this video useful, hit the like button so that other people just like you can find it also. As always, thank you for sharing some of your time with me, and until next time, safe travels.